Okay, so we're going to just jump right into it. Today, we're going to talk about some mixed bag of random tips and tricks that have absolutely worked for me. But first, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. This is Jan. Welcome to my channel, the Save Money and More with Jan channel. How you doing today? Hope as usual. I hope everyone is doing well. If you are brand new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you, thank you, thank you. If you're just dropping by to say hello, hello. I hope one day you come back and stick around. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, let's jump right into it. Random mixed bag of tips and tricks. I discovered something one day on a Sunday at my local grocery store. Local, not an online thing, an in person thing. Very, very shocking to me. To me that the place I thought I was dodging the bullet by going to the grocery store thinking, oh, it's going to be quieter, very quieter at this time. Sunday afternoon at 5 p.m. Wrong. I'm thinking everybody's home having Sunday dinner or they're jumping in their pools or they're, at a dinner party. I'm thinking this is probably the quietest moment at the grocery store other than another moment, which we'll talk about in a moment. Wrong was I. The lines were in like interminable. It was just never ending. It was just never ever ending. It was crowded. It was noisy. It was annoying, and I certainly regretted that trip. But I could tell you one thing: I learned my lesson, and it's this: in my case, at 5 o'clock on a Sunday, avoid, avoid, avoid. You can't make all the presumptions that seem to make sense. So in my case, it did not make sense. So make a note of, excuse me, but that was in my case. What about you? What about your local grocery stores? When does it tend to peak in crowd? When does it tend to be like, hey, you got the place to yourself? Well, let's go on the opposite end of the spectrum here. Conversely, I decided to go back to my traditional way, which was practically get to the store when the doors first opened, which was namely right after 7 a.m. And specifically when on a 7 a.m., not just any old weekday at 7 a.m., but a Monday at 7 a.m. Well, Jan, what's the big difference of Monday? On a Monday, if they don't push out certain foods, like let's say, for example, for instance, fresh produce, okay? They're counting on the people that show up, obviously, like I just mentioned, on a Sunday, let's say all day Sunday, thinking it would be quieter. Big mistake on my end. And of course, we all know, the whole world knows everybody's in the store on a Saturday. I did not connect the dots on a Sunday, okay? So, but still in all, they're counting on the stuff to go. But there are some things that may be still laying around. They will reduce the price, for example, on fresh produce 9 out of 10 times on a Monday. So, Monday is a good time if you have the affordability of using that time and you're not sitting on the subway or a taxi or a bus trying to go to work or a car trying to go to work, right? But if you have flexible hours, for example, check out a Monday, check out earlier in the morning and see if there's anything that you could take advantage of price wise. Hey, I look at it this way: any way that I could cut back on spending, I'm going to cut back. So, timing is everything. And I truly was so surprised. And by the way, speaking of produce for a minute, do you travel a lot? I mean, do you find yourself traveling a lot? Maybe your job or just personally, you enjoy traveling. A lot of people that travel a lot, they tend to want to buy a lot of organic produce and spend higher end money on it. But what happens is many times they buy all this stuff, they go away for a couple of weeks out of the month, only to come home to not the greatest produce back left in the refrigerator. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And that's food waste. And no matter what we do in our lives, I think all of us should be extra mindful, not because of just the money aspect of it, although it does cost you money when you're discarding it. You see, Any food discarded is not only wasteful, but it is also a waste of money. It's not just wasteful of the product, but it is a true waste of money. So analyze your lifestyle. Some people, they're still shopping as if they no longer travel a lot, or at a time, or conversely, how about the folks that are still shopping as if there are six people in the house? Like, let's say the kids, it's a married couple, the kids, there are four kids, they've grown up, they left the premises. Maybe there's one left. Adapt to your circumstances of the moment. Okay, if you're still shopping as if there are six people in a household, that's wasteful. In my opinion, that is wasteful. I mean, what are you shopping as if? Adapt to the moment of right now, of your right now circumstances. I think that's important. And another tip or trick, random, if you think about it while you're at that grocery store, today is a different world. Sometimes technology can rub me the wrong way, not going to lie, but sometimes technology is like a godsend for true and for real. I'll give you an example. If you have picky eaters at home, okay, and it happens to be your turn or your opportunity to go to the grocery store, and you do know that some of your family members are picky eaters, utilize your phone, do a video chat, send a picture if you don't want to do the video chat. Snap a picture. Like, let's say you went to the store in the hopes of getting something that somebody said they really would like for you to pick up. They'd appreciate it. Lo and behold, you get to the grocery store, and guess what? It is not available. It is outstocked. Okay. So what do? You look for a swap out, for a substitute. But some people are so brand loyal, they won't even touch it. Okay. Take the picture, let them see what it is. I'm not even kidding you. I've done this myself in the past. So I'm telling you, for me, it has been very, very helpful. And you don't only have to do that at the grocery store, by the way. You could do that at any situation where you're making a purchase. And especially if you're undecided about something and you need a little coaching, sometimes just snap a picture, make the video, send it to whomever is involved with this, and let them communicate right back. But you don't do a thing till you talk to them, because that way you save yourself some aggravation. That way you save yourself a possible second trip to the store. Like we have nothing better to do than waste extra gas and extra time. You see where I'm going with this. So utilize without any hesitation, our wonderful options with technology. So absolutely, I'm telling you, technology could be a mixed bag in and of itself. Manager special. I know I've touched upon this a number of times. However, for the person that is brand new here, even if you live alone or if you live with one other person and the family pack of meat has a great sale, a manager special, don't bypass it because it says family size and it may look too huge. If you got a great price, you just hit the jackpot. But the same rule always applies when it comes to meat on manager special. You have to do one of two things immediately when you go home. If you don't plan to use it that day, throw it in the freezer. If you plan to use it that day, cook it immediately that day. Okay? That way you didn't waste your money, because manager special and meat, you're under a time constraint. Okay? But don't miss out and bypass it. If you could get a family pack of meat and it's just you, just divvy it up, put it in the freezer, and your wallet will thank you for it. All right, everybody, thank you so very much for being here. I certainly appreciate you. Don't forget to come back when? Tomorrow morning at 5 a.m. Have an amazing, fantastic day, everybody. Take good care of yourself and your amazing family. Thank you. Super thanks are forever appreciated. Thank you so much.